There's nothing professional about the lighting that's going on right now, but you can actually see me now, which is an improvement, though nothing's quite the right colour. I'm Imogen. Hello. Welcome to my channel. This is, well, that's a lie, this is not the first video I've filmed. I hope this is the second video that'll go up, because the first one was terrible and I did about 2 years ago, and it's being removed like today. I'm going to remove it. No one ever saw it anyway, so it doesn't matter. Got my big thing of hot water and lemon because members of my family are dying and I'm trying to not be dying. So, reading goals 2018. Never set any before. Well, that's a lie. I did the Goodreads one this year. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just put in a number, and I was like, I'll do 100. I think according to my Goodreads I read 8 books, which I've read more than that, but I didn't use it. And I didn't read anywhere near that number. Anyway, so this year I've actually written some down. I saw one of these videos and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I kept watching them. Turns out they're really good background noise when you're studying. So I actually have a list. It's official. Almost got hot water and lemon all over my desk. As soon as anything gets a list, it's official in my life. So, the first goal. Hope my voice doesn't sound too croggy, because I'm not actually ill, but I kind of sound a bit rubbish. Things are falling over on my desk. I'm sure the lighting's getting worse because I'm looking bluer. I'm not this colour in real life. Yeah, I think I'm just going to look slightly blue. Anyway, I got distracted. Reading goals for 2018. First, read 52 books and actually record them as well. Because I borrow a lot of my books from the library, so I can't obviously keep them, so sometimes I don't know if I've read something or if I've not read something, because I borrow a lot more than I read. So, read 52 books and record them, because that's one a year. One a week. Which might sound like quite a lot, and then listening to other people's ones, I'm like, oh, that actually sounds like quite a lot. But I know the rate that I can read at, and I read fast. So as long as I actually don't get distracted by other things, YouTube and fan fiction. Which I wish those counted as books, because I'd be way over the 100 limit. But 52 books. And then I also want to take part in the Read Harder challenge, because that will give me almost half my books if I complete all the challenges, which I want to. I love a good challenge. And I think that's, in real life, anything that's a challenge I love. So, challenge. And I printed it out, and I've written out the prompts, and I've written on things I'm thinking about for each one. Some of these are going to give me an excuse to read things that I've had on my shelves for a long time and I've never read, but I've always been interested in. So hopefully that'll be fun. Some of them are going to be quite hard. There's like a mystery, a true crime and a romance. They're not really things I ever read. So some of them will be harder than others, but some will be easy, like read a nature book. I've got so many nature books. Actually, you're sitting on top of one at the moment. And there's at least 2 others in the pile of books that's down there. And thankfully you can't see, because before they're on my desk, like up here, all my books, they don't fit on the bookshelves because my bookshelves are full. Which leads me to the next one, which is read my bookshelves. And also not buy as many new books, because I've got too many books that don't fit on my bookshelves already. There's no excuse for me to keep buying books when I'm not reading the ones I already have. and that includes second-hand books, because that's where I buy a lot of my books, apart from a December book buying spell that's hopefully never going to be repeated in my life because I can't afford it. And then moving on from that is a related challenge to hopefully be able to fit my books on my bookshelves, which might seem really obvious, but I'm guessing I've got 20-25 books at least that don't fit on my bookshelves. So they're all kind of related. And also with that, with the reading my bookshelves and fitting my books on, every time I buy a book I need to remove a book. I've tried this before and it worked for a while, and then I gave up on it because I didn't want to do it because it was hard and I wanted to just keep buying books. But it's unrealistic and I can't keep buying books. Then next one is to do with this. Start a YouTube channel, or a booktube YouTube. I'm not decided if it will just be books or all sorts of things. Probably a bit of everything, but mainly books. Books are my passion and what I'm interested in, apart from marine biology, hence the easy to fill up the nature prompt. I was also thinking about maybe doing things about applying to university, going to university, because I'm going to hopefully, fingers crossed, next September I'll be going to university to study marine biology, but I will be going as a mature student who has been homeschooled for the last 2.5 years before applying. So I want to maybe explain some of that process and help clarify it, because I feel like the whole thing has gone completely over my head. And then on to the more reading oriented, actual reading part of the reading goals. Keep reading more non-fiction. I'm reading loads of non-fiction at the moment. I think I might be reading 6 different non-fiction books at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it and I want to keep doing that. I don't want to kind of abandon them all partway through, because it can be quite easy to do because they're not always the easiest thing to read. And with that I want to read 12 non-fiction books this year, because I think that'd be really good and really interesting. And then I also want to read 12 annuals. I mean along the lines of like old annuals, like this sort of thing. This is one I got recently. I think this one is from, I can tell you, something 1923. So I want to read 12 of, not necessarily this, but I've got a number of girls' annuals I want to read that are red and green, and I was about to say it's there, but it's under another large book. So yes, I've got a collection of these. I used to buy them and then read them all practically immediately, read the whole thing and really enjoy it, but now I just keep buying them and not reading them. There's a theme here: buying books, not reading them. And then related to that is this. This is a girls' own annual, and this one is from 1916. I've got about 4 of these, some older and fancier than others, some are newer. It's like, yeah, and it's really thick. And I've been given these as presents because I love them, and I've always just kind of flicked through them, and I used to read more of them when I got given them, but I've not really read the last couple at all, so I want to get back into it. And this is 680 pages, so one of these a year is to me a pretty reasonable goal, and if I finish it I'll just move on to the next one because I love these. They contain short stories but also kind of informational pieces from the time, and to me they're a bit of social history really, especially because I've got a couple that were from the time of the World Wars, like, and just before and just after, so these are amazing and I love them. And I need to show them the love and appreciation. That's it, I think. Oh, read more classics / old books. So I know reading classics is something that's really popular to be put on these lists for people, but adult classics don't really interest me that much. I've read a lot of children's classics that I really enjoy, but I also like old books, as was shown by the last couple. And I've got a bit of a collection of them. I kind of pick them up when I see them. They're not the easiest thing to find sometimes. So that's kind of one thing I'm going to have as an exception on my not buying books thing. So I want to read some of those. And that's it. My goals for the year. I'm excited. Tomorrow is the new year. I'm kind of slightly terrified that it's the new year. I don't want it to be gone. Like, everything seems to be coming at me really fast at the moment. I'm not really ready for it. But I'm excited by the new year. Like, it has to be good. And I want it to be as good as I can make it. But that's a scary thought, so yes, I'm going to go edit this, which is a scary thought. I've never, actually that's a lie, I've edited. I did film at my school for a term, but that's it. And that was six years ago. So yeah. Hopefully this will see the light of day, because I've recorded other videos that have never made it. Yes, I'm going to go edit this video, put some batteries in these little lights I got given for Christmas, then go put on my desk, because batteries appeared in my house, thank you Mum. And I'm going to post the video. It's a thing. I don't know if it's going to be a thing. I want it to be a thing though.